There are many annoying mechanics in Overwatch 2. There's the classic Reworked that erases all your efforts spent on killing that one singular person. There's also a lot of one-shot headshot mechanics, but if we want to find the source of true evil and the undoubtful king, or should I say queen, of causing hate speech on the match chats, then we don't even have to look around as she's sitting right in the dead center of all heroes in this game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sombra, a woman that has accumulated more hate than any of the other women on Earth. And trust me, there are some very good contenders in this category. But you already know that, and if you, yes, you happen to be a regular viewer on my channel, might have already shared your opinion about this rat. And today, after a solid month of having the reworked kit in the game, I will be discussing all of your opinions, deciding if they're good or not. Did they age well, and perhaps having a little laugh too. So without any further ado, make sure you're subscribed and let's begin the video. Starting off with Drag647. New Sombra is actually kinda broken. Hack plus virus and sprinkle of bullets can instantly kill a character with 200 HP or less. Plus she can spawn camp supports and certain DPS more now than ever before. All you need is a sense of aiming and land the combo and your target is dead. She's actually still hard to punish too, because Transloactor and Accelerated Stealth is a free get out of jail card. She's too oppressive in her current state. Virus needs a nerf. First of all, most if not all heroes are broken if your aim is perfect, but that sprinkle of bullets mentioned here is not that easy to land. Most of the times, the target you're trying to assassinate will get supported by one of their healers, and if you do target the healer, then don't forget there's always the second healer, and if those two rascals decide to heal each other, you are basically useless. On top of that, the hack isn't instant, so it takes a moment or two to actually pull off the entire combo required to output bombastic damage. Next, Sakuya. The problem here is that hack isn't really worth it most of the time, since now its only effect is the silence. Engaging with hack just ends up preparing your opponent to your attack, so it's much better to engage using a virus, but at that point virus's DPS isn't that impactful, especially if the target receives any healing. Hack usually just ends up revealing your location, and virus usually gets out healed by the smallest heals. Before I narrate further, we can already see a drastic shift in the points of view, caused by either the difference in skill levels or the difference in our teammates' skill levels. I will give points to the argument that hack prepares your target that they are about to get penetrated from behind, but calling this ability useless is very far-fetched. The silence utility can single-handedly shut down many ults in the game, and with practically zero requirements of aiming with this ability, it's easy accessible and can be used many times with its short cooldown on minor abilities like Sigma's Grasp or Lucius Wallride. Also, in case of trying to assassinate your opponent, each bit of damage is very useful, because the faster you take down your target, the more effective of a killing machine you are, and get to move on to the next target or get out of that tight situation quicker, so virus cannot be called not that impactful in this case. Sorry. Daniel TV4HX. I think no matter what they do, unless the whole concept changes, I will always hate Sombra. Good. Invisibility plus hack are just awful ideas for an FPS, and this rework has made it worse because more people are playing her. I'm tired of having my abilities shut down by someone I had no chance at stopping from behind, who then can take half my health before I look at her. Okay, luckily for us, there aren't that many Sombra players in the wild at 6 AM. But take a look at that, we're finally talking about the invisibility passive. This is the biggest difference when we compare Sombra to other assassin-like characters, like Genji for example. Everything he does is shown clearly to you on screen or through your headphones. You can hear him wall climbing, you can see him deflecting, and you can both see and hear this maniac when he ults. But Sombra forces you to play like a military radar, being on a constant lookout for any beep beep boop 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 noises on the side of the map, or trying to hear her footsteps before it's too late. Also, it's not like stealth is an awful idea overall. You just either have to have access to a good counter or balance it out so it's not that annoying to play against. A surprisingly good example of stealth being used correctly in Overwatch already is Moira with her Fade. You don't see exactly where she's going, but you know her invisibility doesn't last long, so you can still counterplay it and track down where she went. But at the same time, Moira players can trick their enemies by going in some unpredictable direction directions or places. Sombra can just go anywhere because of the infinite stealth, and that's where the issue comes. There's nothing other than her footsteps that might indicate if she's nearby or on the other side of the damn map, preparing to spawn camp one of your supports. Jogon6882. Sombra is defiantly a nerf to Overwatch's overall fun for everybody except Sombra players. Short and sweet. Agreed totally on this one. No one likes to get silenced, assassinated, or getting distracted by ghosts in the background. Players want to play Overwatch and fight with the other players, but when the enemies are not fighting and just stealthing around you, watching your every move that you make, and you don't have any idea what's happening around you, that's just unfair and unfun. Alice at Jarks9087. As a Widow main, her virus is the most infuriating thing ever. I can't fight it. I peek at a spot, she gets behind, blank shot virus at me, and then only needs to deal 75 damage to murder me. Because I'm surprised that 75 is so easy to deal while I'm whipping around at her, and then she walks away and virus kills me. If virus deals 100, then so should my Venom mine or give me health. Okay. The problem in this comment lies in the very first 4 words of it, so we'll just send some prayers and move on peacefully. And last but not least, the baby cow. A change that I don't think enough people talk about is the removal of the hack damage modifier, which is huge for tanks, who in my opinion are the only ones that had any right to complain about Sombra before other than maybe Zen players. I think the rework is way healthier for the game, but I do think it is gonna force some Zen changes because he's just at talk much of a disadvantage against her now. And would you look at that, we have a 2-in-1 package because speaking of Zenyatta, he shall appear. As a Zenyatta main, I thought with the Translo rework I would be able to punish her, but with the virus damage, especially on Zenyatta's square hitbox, except if I play really well with cover and get instant discord to headshot on her, I just can't win a 1v1. Which feels really bad. I will disagree that the damage modifier removal is only good for tanks. Everybody has the right to complain. What makes tanks so special? Their big ass hitboxes? Every single character who was 1v1ing Sombra before was experiencing this modifier the exact same way. The most simple way to translate this change is that the hack damage boost was moved into the hack ability, that is a skill shot you need to land in order to inflict bonus damage. So in short, the assassinating act of Sombra is no longer hack and shoot. Now it's a multitask of hack, maybe throw or not throw virus, but if you do, make sure to land it and then shoot. It's a much healthier mix of abilities that requires Sombra players to use some more brain and not solely rely on their SMG. The Zenyatta main, although I feel bad for him, I think he is in the wrong here. If an assassin damage hero would constantly lose his 1v1s to a support hero, that ain't a support hero, buddy. You also don't want this to be a dice roll, which one of you is supposed to win this encounter, because it's the Sombra's job to kill you. She was designed to do that to people, and you, with your little floating sphere man, are supposed to support your allies. So in this case, Sombra, no matter how dumb this sounds, should win most if not all 1v1s, which yes indeed rewards spawn camping heavily, but spawn camping means you know she's coming. You are aware that you are the target, whereas in teamfights she needs to find the right moment where everyone around you is busy and there's no second support to fly by and save you. The core issue with Sombra is that her job is to kill the enemies in the most unfair and annoying way possible. Even dying to a sniper character doesn't feel as unfair as getting stalked by a brainless troglodyte who is always waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Unlike other DPS characters who are with their team, who are there all clearly visible and noticeable, and that's why till this day I think Sombra should stay in this game for as long as it's possible. Maybe that will help this game die faster. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to press some of those buttons below, and if you want to contribute even more to the Sombra discussion, go ahead and share your opinion in the comments. For now, that will be it from me. Thanks for watching, have a lovely day, bye bye.